Right, good evening, guys. You have to excuse me if my voice is going because it's just been hectic with work recently. What I'm going to talk about tonight is psychology and mindset, and the mindset of and the psychology of a client. So the course that I went on at the weekend was about mindset and personal development, and how that can help a client reach and achieve their goals. So after a consultation, what we kind of do is we kind of look at eliminating any potential barriers that people have. So more often than not, people want personal training to lose weight. So it's not just a case of putting them and prescribing them a diet, putting them on and prescribing them an exercise plan, and just helping and hoping that they stick to it. And see what happens. What you've got to do is you've got to understand the client and understand if they can stick to it, and if they can't, then why. Most personal trainers these days will take on any client for any reason whatsoever. I had a woman walk in the other week, and she wanted Olympic lifting, personal training. And I said, it's not what I specialise in. I know the basics, but I can't take you and progress you on a journey as I could do if it was weight loss or fat loss or body composition, which is what I specialise in. And she really appreciated the honesty. So what we do after the consultation is we kind of have a look at what barriers people have and why they have them. So food habits, overeating, undereating, reasons why do they overeat, why are they self-conscious about the body, is there a reason for that? Does it date back to childhood? Does it date back to a specific event or occurrence that happened in the childhood where maybe the family or the best friend turned to him and said, you're fat? And it is as simple as that, and it's just stuck for years and years on end. And with that, they've formed unhealthy relationships with food, they either overeat or massively undereat, and that's impacted them. And things like that is what we as coaches, or I as a coach, have to identify. And I say a coach because there's a massive, massive difference between a coach and a personal trainer. A personal trainer will train someone in the gym for 1 hour. A coach will actually take someone on and teach them and educate them along a journey and coach them along a journey. That's the difference between a personal trainer and a coach. A lot of people, unfortunately, these days, trainers are just trainers. They don't account for the clients outside of the gym. As long as it's 30, 40, 50 pounds an hour that they get paid for, that's that. And then that's them. Bye, see you next week. Hope you enjoy. Try and stick to your diet. That's that. What you've got to do as a coach is you've actually got to understand your client and understand where they are at psychologically at that moment in time. It's not often, but you've got to kind of assess with the client, is their head in the right place at that time? 9 times out of 10 it will be, because that's why they're coming to you for personal training. When you're doing personal training, when you're starting off at the gym, it's an added stress. So of course it is. There's no one that'll say it's easy and it doesn't cause them any stress whatsoever. It's at least 2 hours to an hour out of the day that you're adding into your lifestyle. So what you've got to do is you've got to look at the current stress situation, work, social life, family life, relationships, friendships, etc., etc., and look at where mentally the client is at that moment in time. Are they prepared to make changes to their lifestyle, to their family life, to their social life, that means they're going to reach their goal? Again, going back to personal trainers, a lot of personal trainers don't seem to take this in hand. What they'll do is they'll fill out the PAR-Q. Yeah, that's fine. You want to lose weight, right? That's fine. Okay, let's get you on the treadmill. Boom, 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 and that's that. The difference is actually taking time to build a rapport with your client and actually mentally assessing them in the early days of where they are and how fast can you actually approach personal training. Can you go into the diet side and the nutrition side straight away, or do you maybe have to take a step back and just let the client build up a bit of trust with you, and you've got to tell them where they're at and tell them what the end goal will be. Make them feel as comfortable as they can and say that you've dealt with clients like them before, that have been in their position, that have dealt with body dysmorphia, eating habits, eating issues, overeating, undereating, anything like that that dates back a long, long time, but you've got to coach them out of it to help them progress. Now, one of the things that helps with that is actually being in a positive environment. Now, that can be family life, friends, certainly a relationship, but the gym as well. If you go to the gym with someone, are they mentally in the same state as you? Or are you going to a gym where it's only cardio equipment, but you actually need to progress, you need to be in a more free weights and resistance gym? All these sorts of things you've got to think of. Being in a positive environment massively impacts how you feel, your results. If you walk into the gym and you cannot wait to get in there, you know that you've got a personal trainer waiting for you, you've got a friend waiting for you, or even if you train on your own, but you know it's going to be a good session because you're in the gym with good people, there's a good atmosphere, and you're wanting to achieve your goals. Or are you going into the gym, or are you joining a gym that you know isn't really right for you? You're just going through the motions, you're just ticking on. My point is that as coaches and trainers, what we've got to do is we've got to mentally assess where a client is at this moment in time. Are they ready and prepared to sign up to personal training with you, with whoever, for 10 sessions, 10 months, 10 weeks, whatever, and be compliant? Because if the psychology's right, so will compliancy. But you've got to know who your client is, and you've got to completely mirror them. You've got to be able to go from session to session to session with 3 different types of clients, and be able to change how you approach and adapt and speak to them like that. And a lot of trainers don't these days. They'll just train them, stick to the same routine. Right, squats next, deadlifts after. Right, okay, same again, next client, squats, deadlifts. There's no harm in, if a client comes in and they don't look right, they don't seem right, the lights are on but no one's home, pull them to a side. Just say to them before the session, look, before we start today's session, I want to know what's going on. There's something that's not right. And the client will massively appreciate that, believe me. Because they know that you're taking your time out, not just to train them, which is what your job is, but also to look after them. And at the end of the day, you all want physically the best for your client, but do you want what's mentally best for your client as well? Now, sometimes that means having to take a step back, having a chat in the consultation room for 10 minutes, let them get whatever's on their chest, off the chest, put them on the cross trainer, put them on the treadmill, 5 minutes, leave them to it, just say, don't take your phone with you, plug your headphones in, or just switch off, stare at the wall. When you feel ready, get yourself off and we'll get cracked on with the session. They need to be in the right mind frame to start a journey, whatever it is, muscle gain, weight loss, fat loss, whatever. They need to be in the right place mentally so that then, from a coach's point of view, they can be compliant. So, just kind of ask yourself this, are you in the right place mentally to start the gym or personal training? It's not been common, but it has been known that when clients have come to me before previously, I've actually had to say to them at times, and many other coaches have done this as well, that at this moment I don't think you're in the right mind frame to take up personal training. That's not me saying I'm not going to take your money. What I'm saying is I don't think at the right time now you're prepared for the journey that I'm going to put you on, the nutrition plan, the exercise plan, the added stress, this, that and the other. We actually refer out to a trusted psychologist that we have worked with us for some of our clients that obviously need it. And they massively appreciate the time and effort took in that. We're not just going to take the money, and no matter where they are mentally, even if they're screwed up, we'll take the time with them. One client came in one week and I just knew something wasn't right. We just went for a walk. I actually took it out of the gym and we just went for a walk. Massively appreciated it because it was doing something different. I could have got her in the gym, I could have got her moving, I could have got her squatting. It wouldn't have been beneficial for that session because the longevity, she needs to have the right mindset to keep moving forward and keep getting results. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about this week, and it was completely off the course that I went on Saturday that kind of made me delve into a lot of the psychology a little bit more. And it was so interesting about being in the right environment, being in with the right people, but just mentally assessing where a client is at that time. So yeah, I hope you've took something away from it. Just give it some thought. If you're thinking about personal training, or if you know any personal trainers, if you know if one of your friends is personal training, Are they actually in the right mindset? And if they're not, then it's not a problem, but they just need to, it's easy saying do something about it, but go and see someone who can help them. Just as you would do with a personal trainer, with a coach, you're going to see someone because you know that they can help you. So even though they can help you physically, you need to make sure that the same person or someone else can help you mentally as well. So I hope you've enjoyed. I'm probably going to do another video tomorrow actually, because I said I was going to do a little bit about exercise execution. So tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do an exercise video on seated low row for the back and the seated calf for the calf and soleus muscles, which I'll talk about in detail. So thanks very much guys, enjoy.